Study with Manjula, and I'm your friend Manjula Sri. So today I'm with the representation of geographical features part 5. In part 1, 2, 3 and 4, we have learned about the globe, about the map, about the scale, about the types of maps according to scale and about the directions. So today I am with the importance of maps. So what are the importance? In front of you there are some of the points. The first one is provide records of facts about the earth. Now what's the meaning is it provides the information about the earth. Like for example, at which place, which latitude or longitude is present there, and which place is there any forest represented on there, like that, showing on the map. We know already that map is a 2D representation of the earth, right? So the next one is help us to understand landforms. What are the landforms? Landforms are such as forests, cities, towns and villages, police stations, telegraph office. So these all symbols I have shown you while I am explaining the map, right? So these means about what? About the forest, about the police stations, what are the landforms are there. About that also it will show. Next come is important for academic purpose. What is the meaning of academic? Academic is nothing but related to education. Now how it's useful? For example, we are there. We are learning about the map or not? We are doing the map pointing in our exams or tests or not, right? And even it will helpful in constructing buildings, right? So next comes for administrative purpose. Administrative means what? This administrative purpose is useful for the government. Like which of the, even if we want a park to build there, where we will build? They will have a planning on a map. At this place we have to make, so we have to, on the map we have to give the certain exact latitude and longitudinal extent of that park or whatever the building. So these all administrative purpose are also useful for the government. Next comes during military operations. During military operations means what? Like if they'll go for a war, if they will say yes, you just be at that place and you will take care of some of the equipments, you will take care of some of the battle instruments and all, they will plan, right? So in that also it's useful. Next comes planning and developing of a country. Planning and developing of a country. In many movies we watch that some of the MLAs, MPs and other big people, like very rich people will come, just they will donate their money for developing of that village or developing of that city. For that also they need a map, right? At which place we want to build, that all we need a map, right? So in that way also map is useful. Next comes tourists and travelers. It is used as a guidelines for them. This is the main point we want, right? In many cartoons, in many channels, we find for the treasure hunt they will go. They will find the treasure. They will use what? Maps, right? So these tourists and travelers also need a map, right? Next comes pictorial maps. Understand easily. So what are these pictorial types maps are? See, for small children, they will give some of the maps, like they will, if there is a difficult words or difficult places, if we can't understand, they will show in the small diagrams. They will show, like in cartoons we find they will, if they will go for a treasure hunt, then they will give, see, here is their house, here one of the forest, I mean the trees they will draw, here the box, treasure box they will draw, like that. According to diagrams, according to small drawings they will show. So those types of maps are known as pictorial maps. So with this we understood the importance of maps. Now let's go about the plan and the sketch. Okay, now we are going to learn about the sketch. What is a sketch? Is it any drawing material that we use in our daily life? No. Sketch. So you just imagine why I have used this word sketch here. Sketch is nothing but a rough diagram of a plan. Rough diagram of a plan. So I explain in a small story. Okay. If we are in the school, when we are in the school, in our childhood times, like if we are in nursery or in primary classes, See, what if anybody asks you where is your house? We don't know what is the name of the area. Then what we used to say is, see, this is the school. If your teacher asks, or not teacher, if your friend asks where is your house, you will say, hi, yes, this is the school. From the school, if I go straight, there will come a left turn. You will go left. Okay. Then they will ask, after that where you will go? Then you will say, if you will go straight, then you will see one yellow building. Then from that yellow building, if you will go right, then you will find one small house, that is my house. In a small imaginary way you used to say, right? Now, is there any difficulty? Just what you have said. See, this is our school. From the school, if you will go straight, from that if you will take left, and there will be very straight you have to go. So there will be a yellow building. From that yellow building, if you take right, then you will find a small house. That is my house, you will used to say, right? So this imaginary, this type of saying or this type of drawing the distance on a map is known as a sketch. Understood? So this is used as a rough diagram. Just we should imagine. We will imagine and we used to draw. So that is known as a sketch. Now what is a plan is? Whatever we have done here, that we will do in a plan. Like, see this, not only this, I will say another one. See, if this is your classroom, what is your classroom plan actually? In every school we have the same plan. See, here is the door, here will be the blackboard, or here. In our school we have smart class even. And here are the benches, right? Here are the benches. Here is the teacher's table. Here are some of the windows. Here is another window. Here is another window. And here another window. So this is the, and here it will be another class. Means are beside classrooms. That's it. This is a plan. But they will do in a particular manner. Like, what is the area of this class? What is the perimeter? Means what is the boundary length we should give? Those all they will write in an exact manner. That is known as a plan. Right? Sketch means what? An imaginary rough diagram on a map is known as a sketch. What is a plan? Plan is a perfect diagram which we draw on a map for an exact location and distances. Right. Now we are going to learn about the diagrams. Okay friends. So what is a diagram? Diagram is nothing but a drawing which we draw in a white sheet or wherever. We know drawing, we will draw it. So that in geography it's known as diagram. So for many features of the earth, there are some of the diagrams. So that we are going to learn. In the first one is the river. So the river is represented in this diagram. If you see this, it will like a branches of the tree, right? Yes. In the same way, the river also distributes itself. Now, before going to the diagram, first we should learn what is a river. What is a river? How does a river originate? A river is a water body, right? So these rivers come from their sources. The place where a river originates is known as its source. Is known as its source. And so these rivers flows from if there are heavy rains, or if there is a summer season near the mountain ranges, the snow just melts away, and just after if a ice melts, what happens? Ice changes into water. So this water, what they will do is that snow melts and just flow away, and wherever the slope is there, it just flows towards the slope. So it just makes its own way. So that way forms a river. In that way, the river forms. So these, but directly we will not find the rivers. So whatever the water had come from the snow, from the mountains, so that water is known as the streams. So many streams together is known as a river. Many streams if join at a single main way, then it is known as a river. So generally river originates from the sources. They are, first one is from the streams and other one is glaciers. Now streams we know, but what is a glacier? Wait a minute. What is a glacier? Glacier is a place where if we see water in winter during low temperature of high cold, the water gets freezes into ice. So that place will become a ice river. It will become a ice river. So when that ice melts, it will flow off, right? It will flow off. So from there also these rivers originate. So we know the largest river in India and even the holiest river, that is river Ganga. So this river Ganga is originated from the Gangetic glacier, right? So this is the diagram of that river. So from the river, when the river flows to it will just merges in the sea or ocean, right? It just merges in the sea or ocean. The place where the river merges into the ocean or the sea is known as its mouth. So this is the mouth of this river. At this place it just mixes and merges in the sea or the ocean. So this is the main river. You can find, see, in the middle is there. So that is the main river. So you can see the branches, right? These are known as tributaries. Okay. So with this we are clear with the river. Now we are going to learn what is a tributary. Okay, so this is the second diagram, that is a tributary. So this is the diagram of the tributary. So you can find a longer line, that is the main river, and this the smaller one which is known as tributary. Generally, what is a tributary? Okay, a tributary is a small water body which gives its water to a main river, which presents its water to a main river. Like for example, see, this is a river. The river is flowing in its way. From somewhere, another small river had come. So this was the place the two rivers get mixed. So the smaller river, it joins here, right? Yes or no? So this smaller river just joins this this main river, right? So this part, this smaller river is known as tributary. So we know some of the tributaries of Ganga, like Gangotri we know, and another one is Yamuna we know, right? Like that many are there. Okay. So the place at which the tributary gets mixed into the main river is known as, so this place is known as the river basin. River basin. The place at which the tributary gets merged with the main river is known as the river basin. Okay. So this is all about the tributary. Now we are going to learn what is distributary. Okay. So what is a distributary? It is just opposite to tributary. You can find the word tributary right here. So what is distributary? In the word distributary, you can find distribute. Distribute. What's the meaning of distribute? To just divide, just share, right? So how this distributor is formed are, if this is the river carries many sedimentary rocks, many dusts with it while it's flowing from the mountain ranges to the south or whatever at the slope. Okay. So that's because of that sedimentaries, when the river reaches its mouth, we know what is a mouth, not our mouth. Mouth is the place at which river merges into sea or an ocean, right? So at the place of the mouth, so this river, because of the heavy sediments, because of heavy dust particles, it just get divided. It just get divided. So that divided ones are known as distributaries. Distributaries. So in this diagram, the smaller branches type you can find. So those are known as distributaries. The main one at the middle it is there. That is the main river. Okay. There is another fact you have to note about distributary is, we know tributaries, right? What is tributary? It just joins into this river. But distributary divides from the river. But these distributaries cannot join in this river again.